Welcome, everybody, to Being Magnetic, the podcast that's all about tapping into your inner magnetism. I'm Tina B, and I'm an intuitive communication coach, and I'm so excited to invite you into this deep dive of a 3-season podcast. And this is the introduction into what are these 3 seasons about. I had this idea a few years ago that I wanted to do a podcast. A lot of people had been saying, wow, you have ideas, guide people, be interesting, have the voice, all these outside chatters. And the thing that kept holding me back, though, was this idea of having ideas and doing it weekly and for a long period of time. However, as a leader, a communicator and speaker and guide, I decided that getting information out there in a beautiful way and packaging it in a finite 3-season podcast would be beautiful. What does it take to be magnetic? And when we communicate, 3 is complete. So first of all, I wanted to explore on my personal level 3 different fears that I could stretch myself to grow, to be more magnetic, more grounded in my being, of my integrity, of who I am as a communicator. I also wanted to invite conversations with people, not only ones who are in the field of which I'm experiencing this particular opportunity, and those who could provide feedback for what was it like to be in this experience with me. And then finally, from this, I'm going to debrief and give beautiful insights from others in our conversations, as well as from my own learning, and hopefully be the light for you as you explore who are you as a speaker, a leader, a communicator in your personal and professional life. So season 1 really taps into being magnetic and taking on stand-up comedy. I've never done this before. I've loved Saturday Night Live and going to comedy clubs, and I even have performed for a decade improv, as well as have a theater degree. So I thought, no problem. This particular experience would be just fine. Well, it actually was a lot harder than I thought, because unlike improv, where you can rely on a team member or team members to have your back to help paint the scene or to add information to it to be funny, you're on your own. And it's all about crafting a tight message in your own style and deliver it with confidence and clarity to hopefully land a laugh, gain the trust of your audience so they continue to choose to listen to you. So you'll be getting the opportunity to learn more about this experience. I actually did recordings before it and after so that you can hear my reservations about it, my excitement, and all the things I learned. That's season 1, stand up. Season 2 is really looking into a silent retreat. I had never, ever gone to one before, and I've heard the power can really come from stillness. I'd been experiencing a lot of stuck in my creative space and wondered if maybe if I'm quiet and quiet this monkey mind, that maybe I can land clarity in my body and in my heart. And so the season 2 is really looking into what was it like for me to have a weekend of silence. And so I'll have conversations with not only the facilitator of that retreat, as well as my silent retreat buddy, and someone who actually looks into the world of silence. And then finally, the last and final season, another first, is my very first speaking engagement internationally. And this experience was really powerful for me from the standpoint of, oh my gosh, I have to figure out how to get to Paris, France all by myself and speak in front of a women's international group from all over the world where English may be their second language. I get to work through the fears of, what if the technology doesn't work? What if I'm not engaging and they choose not to listen to me? All those things flurrying about in my mind. And you'll get to meet one individual that was actually there and in the audience who listen to my presentation, as well as some experts in the field who've coached TEDx speakers and also go out and engage in keynote speaking. So I feel these 3 seasons, you're going to learn a lot. I know I did, from stand-up to silence to speaking internationally. So I invite you to not only listen to season 1, but stay with me on this beautiful journey of what it takes to be magnetic.